Hey everyone, my name is Riley. I am the Next Gen Director here at FCC, and today I just want to share with you some encouragement. Just something that has been really on my heart lately. You know, the weather is so nice here in Edmonton. It's summer. You know, people are outside, they're exercising, and so my girlfriend and I earlier this week, we decided we'd join that kind of crew. You know, we go for a run in the Edmonton River Valley. And I don't know if you ever had this before, but that you have an idea in your head and it sounds awesome and you know it's great. But then when you actually do it, it's not awesome and it's not great and you're questioning everything. Well, that was me while we were running. You see, I thought it'd be great, thought it'd be nice. I didn't realize how unfit I was. You know, it was fine. And then a couple minutes in, I can feel the cramps start to sit into my stomach. I'm breathing heavy, you know, my running, you know, my feet feel so heavy and it's just awful. And, you know, we had to make a decision as we were running, if we were going to continue running or if we were going to stop and turn back. You know, we had to say, all right, are we going to continue on with our goal, or are we just going to turn around and go back? I think that's, you know what, I think that's a lot of what we go through in life too. So often, you know, in this race of life that we have, we kind of forget the goal of it. And we can become so entangled in everything else and hindered by so many things that hold us back. I was reading today in Hebrews chapter 12, and I want to share with you what he says. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1, the author says this: "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. And let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith." And this is one of my favorite parts. "For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God." Verse 3, "Consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart." You know, in this race of life, it's so easy for us to grow weary and lose heart. But the author of Hebrews, he reminds us that we can look to Jesus as our example. You know, when Jesus was on the cross and he's enduring such emotional and physical pain, he had to keep that goal at the forefront of his mind, the joy that was awaiting him. And that joy was to complete the Father's will. That joy was for you and I to be set free from sin. That's selflessness. That is humility. That is our Jesus. The fact that he would endure such awful pain in order for you and I to be set free from sin, in order for you and I to be filled with life, and then we can live life the way God created it to be. To me, that's so powerful. To me, that's so amazing. And friends, today I don't know where you are in life. I don't know what's happening, but I know this for sure, that you are incredibly valued. And that Jesus went through everything he did for the joy. And that joy was that you can be free from sin and that you can be with him. You know, when I was a kid, they told me they told me about heaven, and they told me about salvation, and I was told this, that Jesus didn't want heaven without me. And friends, I can tell you the same thing today, that Jesus doesn't want heaven without you. So he went through everything he went through, the pain of everything, because he loves you. And so for the joy set before him, he endured the cross. That is powerful. You know, I was just running and I had physical pain, but for the joy that was awaiting me, I went through it. Now I'm not comparing my little running thing to Jesus's cross, but friends, I want to encourage you today that whatever you're going through, I want to encourage you to fix your eyes on Jesus. As the author says, fix our eyes on Jesus, because he is our example. And when we fix our eyes on Jesus, we have that joy, and that joy trumps the weariness. The joy trumps the pains, when we're growing weary, when we feel ourselves growing weary and we're just like, I don't think I can get through this anymore, we can fix our eyes on Jesus. And that's what we had to do. We had to fix our eyes on our goal. And friends, today I just want to encourage you in this, that we can set our eyes on Jesus, focus on him. Last time I talked about perspective and magnifying the Lord. And one of the cool things is, one of my passions, one of the things that I really love is this concept of perception and perspective. And I hope as believers that we can set our eyes on Jesus, fix our eyes on Jesus, because he is our example that we can look to. And so friends, today I want to thank you, first of all, for watching this podcast, but also I want to encourage you that whatever you're going through, that whatever the hard times is, whatever the great times are, that we can set our eyes on Jesus, and that when it feels like we're giving up and it feels like it's getting way too much, we can put the joy that's awaiting us at the forefront of our mind. And we have such an amazing opportunity to spread joy. And I want to thank you, and I hope you all have a great day. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon. And it's so cool to be part of this church family. So thank you, friends.